Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to Design Life. Let me know how your design life has been down in the comments if you're working on something cool, if you're a part of a competition, if you're trying to improve some type of skill. Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear what's going on with your design life and just start a little conversation down there. Also, if you have a question, definitely leave it down in the comments below. We design products, and when you think about products, there can be a ton of different products, categories, and aspects that you can find yourself in. Starting off with number one, this is designing soft goods. So immediately, industrial designers, you don't really think too much when it comes to fabrics and designing clothing, but industrial designers, we design stuff like this too. It could come in the form of purses and bags, kind of fall into fashion and clothing, but it's also very much utility at the same time. A big one that's similar to this, but also another category in and of itself is footwear design. So designing shoes, in all different categories, skateboarding shoes, sneakers. All right, so the next one is automotive design. I pretty much discovered industrial design through automotive design. So this is designing anything from cars to bicycles, airplanes, trains. And big one about this one too is you could also be the interior designer of these, airplanes or cars and stuff like that. So an automotive interior designer, that's one of my buddies who graduated with me. He is now designing interiors of airplanes at Teague. Another big one is toy design. I know a lot of toy designers. One of my professors, he worked at Mattel and he'd be designing, Nerf guns or cars, little figurines, just any types of toys that are out there. But I know a lot of designers who do toy design. So if that's something that you're interested in, maybe something similar to toys, like collectibles and RC cars, just stuff like that, toy design, that's going to be a fun one to look into. Another one, this is going to be completely different than toy design. This is going to be medical design. So I know some people that were very interested in doing medical design, and this is people that usually are motivated because they had some type of health issue or because they really want to help people. This is designing stuff like it could be something as crazy as like a machine in some type of hospital that costs $500,000 or something like that. Or this could be something as simple as a home use syringe or something like that, or a special way to take in medicine, or even a pill case. A very similar category is also designing elderly stuff, like canes and walkers. So I know a couple of different designers who are also lighting designers. So they specifically focus on creating lighting fixtures. They're going to have a slightly different skill in the sense that this is going to be a lot of prototyping and fabrications. It's a very quick paced type of field. You're going to be doing a lot of testing, working with engineers and working very closely with fabricators. And if you're very interested in that and creating stuff and making stuff, because they both go hand in hand, that will be a very good one to look into. And then there is sporting goods. So this is designing anything that has to do with sports. It can be designing gloves, baseball bats, and just anything that has to do with sports, helmets, footballs. I did that for a little bit when I was on season 1 driver versus driver, and we were tasked to design the very next innovative golf driver. So that was a little taste for me when it came to sporting good design. So that's really cool. If you haven't seen that yet, just pretty much search driver versus driver and you'll see a lot of Team Long Beach type stuff. That was my group, and so we competed to design a golf driver on the TV show to compete for $500,000. So that was super awesome. It was a really, really great experience. I know about 3 or 4 different designers, and they really went down the route of designing furniture. So furniture is going to be, a very specific niche of industrial design. There are specifically furniture furniture designers who never came from industrial designers. And then there are industrial designers who really just like designing furniture, commercial use furniture where it's going to be used in a lot of like office rooms and, you know, like lobbies and stuff like that. And then I know there are other designers who design stuff like office chairs. All right, so this is the one that I personally do, the one that I've always been into, and that is consumer electronics. I've always kind of been a techie person. I've always watched every review of every phone and every electronic, and I love following CES and all that kind of stuff. You're designing something plastic, getting an injection molded, doing mass productions. That's what I like doing. You know, this is stuff like designing chargers and computer mices and, you know, microphones, headphones, keyboards, just like stuff that has to do with electronics inside. I do a lot of like sketches when it comes to consumer electronics. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely check out #DesignLifeBrand on Instagram. All of it should be linked down below. All right, so the next one, guys, is going to be a little bit different. These are going to be not quite, you know, just like categories, but routes that you can take. So the first one here is going to be designing for a startup or designing for some company. You know, it could be really for anything. Products are everywhere. And so you could be designing a company that specializes in, one of my friends, she designs batteries. So the shapes of batteries, housings of batteries. So if you find yourself in a company where you're doing industrial design for them, you could literally be doing anything. One of my friends, she does cosmetics. So, you know, cosmetic housings and enclosures and, you know, cases and stuff like that. So if you find yourself in a startup or a company design gig, you could really be doing anything that they are creating. And then there is consultancy. So consultancy is pretty much taking on client work, and people will come in with their ideas. We will pretty much help develop other people's projects and bring them to the market. Another one is a technical designer. So this is not necessarily doing like core industrial design skills, but this is doing a lot of technical skills that industrial design has. Like you'll be a CAD person, well, you're literally just CADing left and right all day, every day. Or you'll be a render where you're literally just receiving CAD files from people and engineers and other designers, and you're just rendering it and adding materials and adding lighting and producing these visual renderings. So you literally can just be doing like specific aspects, doing model making, where you're just prototyping and fabricating and making stuff. So this is being more of a technician rather than a designer, but it's definitely something that if you find yourself really loving a certain aspect or skill of design, then you could, you know, continue on with just specifically specializing in that skill and category. Similar one too is going to be a packaging designer. So a packaging designer is not necessarily focusing on the product, it's going to be around the product. And so this is going to be worrying about protecting the product. It could be about graphics if you're also doing the graphics aspect. It could be figuring out, you know, just the unboxing experience. I've done a little bit of packaging design, and personally I feel like one or two projects is fun to experience and do and just do it, but I don't think I would want to do it as a full-on career. And the last one that I have on my list, I'm sure there are plenty more. If you guys can think of any more, definitely leave it down in the comments. The last one is going to be my favorite, and this is being the entrepreneur. So this is really starting your own company, starting your own brand. There are tons of different companies, different business models out there, starting your own consultancy, or, you know, creating your own brand. So that's what I'm trying to do with Design Life. You know, not only just working at the company that I do work at, but also doing my side hustle where I am starting Design Life and really bringing that to life and sharing that with you guys. Awesome products. We have our awesome t-shirts. The sketchbooks are coming soon. You know, we're still working on it and figuring it out. So not quite there yet, but definitely keep your eyes locked on that. But that's pretty much it, guys. Again, let me know if there's any other design categories, genres that you know about down in the comments. Love to hear about it. But also, if you learned something from this video, definitely hit that thumbs up button. Also hit that subscribe button so that my videos come right to you guys. And please share these videos with anybody that you think would benefit from them. It could be a coworker, it could be a friend, or, you know, it could be just a classmate. Definitely share it with them. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. All right, guys, this is Design Life. My name is Jimmy, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.